Oh, there you are. Okay. I believe we are now live. Cindy, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Well, we did it. This is fantastic. Here I am. Here I am in northern Minnesota, almost to Canada. So this is my last day here. It's going to be hard to leave my mom and my sister. It's so beautiful out here. I don't know if people can see, but it's like a winter wonderland out there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's cold.
What is the temperature?
It's in the high 20s, low 30s.
Wow, that is cold for October.
Yeah, I know, and it's still pretty much like what, mid-October. So
Vicky came.
oh, hi Vicky, good to see you. Anyways, I'm just, last week we were here from the heart of the home, and it happens to be from my parents' cottage, and we got to talk with Jill Perla, which I know you know Jill.
I know Jill very well. I love Jill. She's such a great businesswoman and so talented.
She really is. I've really learned a lot from her. And I in my wrap up, I said something about how successful she is because she's got this great way of blending her business sense and her creativity. And it really works so well. So I hope that people will reach out to her and, get to use her for her artwork or a fun class or something.
Right. Yeah. She definitely, and she's so passionate about it, and just ties her whole world into her passion. It's wonderful.
Exactly. So, well, a couple of things. I'm delighted to be talking to you today from the heart of the home at my parents' cottage. And, it's funny because I was thinking like, wow, a restoration company, a restoration and carpet cleaning company, like why would people be interested in hearing about that, right? I mean, I know I love supporting you and local businesses, all about supporting local and Loudon and such successful, wonderful businesses like yourself. But I was kind of thinking like, why is someone going to want to tune into this? And after talking with you further yesterday, I came up with some thoughts about that. But before I get into that, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. And I know you have a story because I know your husband, Frank, started the business in 1988. However, you joined later, and your story is so cool. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the restoration company?
I did. I can. It really was just happenstance, and I was in property management, and I have been doing that for about 7 years. I managed an apartment community in Sterling, Virginia at the time, and I met Frank. He cleaned the carpets there, and so we were all about the same age, all the people that I worked with on my property, and so we got to be, just buddies, and we would do lunch together, and he would come to our resident parties, and so we started dating about, I guess, a year or two after I got there, and I decided I was going to do real estate, and I got my real estate license, and I did real estate for about 2.5 years and found out that I was not cut out for real estate. But in the meantime, I quit my job and jumped right into real estate full time. So I didn't have a steady paycheck. So Frank needed somebody in the office, and he would help with rent and utilities and that kind of thing while I was trying to get my real estate career off the ground, and that didn't go very well. And here I am 30 years later. No, not quite 30 years later. I started in 1993. So,
well,
but
it's
almost 30 years. I know.
17 years. And so you guys, so you met at that property management company, and then you started working for him while you're still trying to do the real estate thing. Well, when is it that you guys got married?
I started with him in June of 1993. That following Christmas, he proposed, and we got married in actually, tomorrow's our anniversary, 26 years, October 22nd, 1994. So I worked with him for just about a year. And so we have 2 kids and a house and, you know, a life revolving around carpet cleaning and water restoration.
Well, I just love that. So it's a real family affair. It's a family-owned business, which I love that. And you guys have such experience and knowledge. And I know, you know, you guys, Frank kind of started in that property management world. And I know that when the market kind of went down, you guys had to really kind of shift and pivot, right? Because I remember you telling me that people weren't moving; they were staying in their rentals. So you weren't having the turnover for the carpet cleaning. And when you guys were doing that, did you have the restoration at that time, or was it just carpet cleaning?
You know, we were part of a franchise at that time, and so restoration was kind of new into the industry, and the franchise was kind of pushing us that way. And so we've always done restoration, but it's only been probably the last like 15 years that we've really concentrated on it. And you know, the industry with the mold and everything has really, you know, pivoted. And so we tell the story when we were doing carpet cleaning. We did a high rise in Arlington that we cleaned the carpets, and they would have floods where, you know, like 3 and 4 units would flood at a time because water follows the path of least resistance.
Right.
And we'd go in, we'd extract the water, put a fan down, and you know, think that we had dried everything. We never paid, you know, it wasn't typical to worry about the structure, the drywall, the ceiling, and you know, so like the industry kind of changed, and as it changed, we evolved with it. So
Right.
we've done restoration, but not very well.
Right. Well, I think, and I understand that restoration, I mean, that is a really big business. It's an important business. And I understand, and I've seen it myself, how it's really evolved, right? And it's so much more. And one of the things that I said on my Facebook page, I'm like, people don't really realize that, you know, when you have a catastrophic situation, like a big flood, or, you know, something happened in your house where you really need that help with restoration, you know, it's, if we have bad weather or something, like to have a relationship with your company, like if I have my carpets regularly cleaned by you, and you know, we have more of a good ongoing business relationship where you're taking care of our residential home and whatnot. Well, when a big flood comes, bad weather, I know that I can call you and you'll take such good care of us because we've been in this ongoing relationship. So that's why I really encourage my clients, my friends, and my family, and my community to really, you know, stick with a great carpet cleaning company, because you need to have good clean carpets, right? You want to take care of your carpets, but also when you have that catastrophe, you want to know that you're going to call someone that you're already in business with, right?
Right, exactly. And you know, if it's a day like today where your toilet overflows, you know, we can get out there, you know, relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But if you said when it's a weather event, when it's raining, I don't know if you remember in 2018 how it rained for like a whole year.
Oh yeah, you helped one of our clients big time.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And
It was
so
right before putting their house on the market. I
right,
mean,
yeah, and that breaks my heart too, when everything is ready and then you get this catastrophe that's just unforeseen and uncalled for. But you know, if you try to find somebody while that stuff is going on, every company is booked out, you know, 2 and 3 weeks. And so if you do have that relationship, you know, because we know you, you go right to the top of the line. And it might not be
top of the,
that day, but it would certainly be the next day.
yeah, high priority. Well, I can tell you, having worked with you personally and referred you many times over the years, is that one of the things that I love about working with you and Frank is like the expert out in the field, right? Of assessing the situation, strategizing what you're going to need to do. what resources you need to pull from other businesses that you may need to have come in and help as well. But you are like the implementer. Like he knows what needs to have happen, and because he's been out there to see it, and then you make sure it all happens. And I always say that I feel like you guys are kind of like the calm in the storm, because when something like that happens in your home, it's very unsettling.
It is so unsettling.
And so when to have someone like you and Frank that are so into education and, top service too, and I can talk to you, during that situation, it means so much.
Right. Well, that it's kind of our passion because we are that calm in the storm. And
Yeah,
the more chaos in my life, the better. I just function much better.
I know, you're so good at it. Yeah,
And and it's like a big puzzle. There's so many pieces and every job is different. And so we really like, helping, and it is, I mean, and if you've never been in a situation where like water is coming from every facet of your home, out of light fixtures, out of heating vents, out of, drywalls falling down, that's very unsettling. You don't know what to do first. You're trying to
right,
stop it up, but it's coming from everywhere. And
right.
to be able to get that call and calm them down and assure them that it's going to be okay, we'll be there ASAP, and it's going to be better in a couple weeks.
Right. Well, so that's just it, right? You've got your carpet cleaning business, which kind of carries you throughout the year, every season, all year long. You have your big catastrophes with major flooding, but then you also have this area, which as a realtor, I've also tapped into your all's talents, is sometimes we go into a basement and we think, you see something on the wall or on the cement, and it looks like mold. And that's another thing that you guys do so well. So tell us a little bit about that process, or kind of like what you do with that, because to me, these are the three separate areas, right?
Right. And and we do quite a bit of mold remediation for the real estate market. And a lot of times
Right.
it's after a home inspection, like in an attic where people haven't been, or like you said, in a basement, they, are moving their storage stuff out, and, you find it. And, that mold word has gotten, you hear that and it sets panic in so
It's
many
scary. Yeah.
parts. And, so we've been really, Frank's been studying mold, and, he's been through several classes. And we also have a hygienist that we work with who's a great friend and neighbor. And he went to school for this, 30 years ago, and was, dealing with mold before mold was an issue. And so he's been a great resource to us. And so, a lot of times it's just education. Mold isn't as bad as, it can be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. And so, we found in this industry that there's a lot of companies that prey on that fear and, what they think they know about it. And so we, definitely come in as in an educational form. We'll do the least amount of work that, needs to be done. We're not going to tear your whole house down for a little patch of mold in the, corner of a basement. And, so, and, the factors that come into it, is there someone ill in the house? Is there someone who has breathing problems or asthma? Have you had issues in the past, or is it just something that you found and you need to get rid of? So,
right. I know you guys are so resourceful and so mindful of what people are going to spend, as well as, really focusing on, like, I trust you guys. Like, I know that when I refer you, you're going to take such good care of the client, and you're going to tell them the truth, and you're going to treat them really, really well. So I never worry about any of that. Like, you're going to make them overspend or anything like that, whether it's carpet cleaning, restoration, and or mold remediation. So that's one of the reasons why you really are our go-to company for these things. So I hope that, absolutely, and I hope that some of the folks here don't have a catastrophic situation. But
Me too.
if they do, you are definitely the one to call. And I know that too, you're going to offer our clients something special between now and the end of the year and like maybe the first few months of 2021. So if you want to mention that real quick.
Well, we always offer your clients a 10% discount just for working with you and you referring us. But from today and, through the holidays and, even into the first part of the year, because that, is our slow time, we're offering an additional 5%. So it would be a 15% discount on, carpet cleaning, carpet repairs. If you on a restoration job, if you have to pay a deductible, we can apply that 15% off the deductible.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know that. That's fantastic. Well, thank you for doing that. And I'm really glad that you could come and join us today.
I'm glad you invited me. Thank you so much. And thanks for sharing your snow. I feel like I got a little bit of that snow.
Well, you are welcome. And real quick, before I sign off, I just want everyone to know that you guys are going to love who I have coming next week. She does an amazing job. We do these celebration gifts after we settle, or a couple of different reasons why we would send this out to someone. But the owner of the company called the Cornichon, and you guys are just going to really enjoy meeting her and seeing her delightful charcuterie boards that she does.
I just saw her on Facebook. Somebody else had mentioned it, and those boards are gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, it's like eye candy.
I know.
And they're delicious too. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you. And then before I sign off, I'll see you next week in Virginia. And as I always say, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week. Thank you, Cindy. Have a good
Safe travels home.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.